Hi, I'm Tim Messenger, deceased, and this is how the NWA hastily planned and orchestrated my spectacularly messy death in the motion picture Hot Fuzz. With the Village of the Year contest fast approaching, the NWA were becoming increasingly frustrated by the fact that I had not yet been offed. When the wounded Dr. Hatcher overheard me arranging to meet Sergeant Angel in the churchyard at 3 o'clock, he signalled to Reverend Shooter to start the raffle 5 minutes early so as to distract the hotshot city cop from the dastardly deeds afoot. Meanwhile, shopkeeper Annette Roper, who knew all too well that I had a sweet tooth, snuck around the back of the church and dropped a few toffees on the grass directly beneath an especially pointy spire. Meanwhile, Simon Skinner, Michael Lurch Armstrong and Tom Weaver raced to the top of the church to dislodge part of the roof and abseil down the west face to avoid detection. Meanwhile, beneath them, Muggins here was happily finishing the toffees I had just found on the grass. Must be my lucky day, I thought. That was the second last thing to ever go through my mind. The last thing was, of course, the church roof. Not to worry though, heaven's nice, apart from all the flames and the brimstone, which I don't enjoy. I've always loathed brimstone. And of course, there's the devil, who is a twat. Anyway, cheery bye-bo.
Hello, I'm Sergeant Danny Butterman, and this is how I saved my best mate Nicholas from the clutches of the NWA in the motion picture Hot Fuzz. When it finally dawned on me that Dad's special club was in fact a murderous organisation hell-bent on policing the village with terminal intensity, I had to think fast. I knew if any of the NWA got to him first, it'd be a goner. I generally keep a couple of sachets of ketchup about my person in case I fancy a pasty, or if I want to perform my signature trick, ow my eye, which really breaks people up down the pub, apart from Amanda Paver's daughter Joanna, who puked and fainted. Knowing full well that Sergeant Angel's notebook was tucked into his breast pocket, having put it there myself, I stuck my penknife in it and squirted him with sauce. I then pretended to be a bender. I cried, "Don't touch him! Don't touch him!" That way I could get him in the boot of my jetter without anyone knowing he wasn't a stiff.
Hello, I'm Inspector Nicholas Angel, and this is how the entire Sanford Police Service were not all killed when Arthur Webley's sea mine exploded at the end of the motion picture Hot Fuzz. When I realised that the sea mine was about to go off, I adopted the blast pose and rode the shockwave backwards towards the opposite wall of the station onto a filing cabinet, which fell down on top of me. The other officers, including Saxon, instinctively ducked behind their desks and curled into balls thanks to an example set by the station hedgehog. Fortunately for all of us, Frank Butterman had obtained most of the station's furniture from a defunct nuclear bunker in Marston Bigot. Consequently, much of the interior fixtures of the original Sanford station were bomb-proof and easily withstood the blast. Luckily for me, the filing cabinet did not crush me, as it was completely empty due to the lack of crime in Sanford and the resultant lack of files therein. As for Danny, well, it's just a miracle that Weaver's blunderbuss missed all of his internal organs, and I thank my lucky stars every morning that he's still here by my side. Right, Danny?
I'm in the bath!